Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 30 of the Battleship Brawl Season 2 tournament. In this episode we have the BC19-B10 Flotilla by Nutterchap going up against the Awellner Heavy Cruiser by Awellner. Okay, this is still a primary bracket match. I think there's one more primary bracket match in round 3, and then we're going to be going back to the secondary bracket for some elimination matches. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and get the clock set. As soon as my phone... There we go. And then we will get round 1 underway. And we'll see how this fight goes between these two. Awellner turning broadside early, which is probably a good idea for it. Get all of those guns of it on target. Oh, it's actually firing on both ships at once. That's interesting. One ship did take a hit there, but the other one was a miss. The Awellner has taken a few hits. It's looks like it lost a barrel and maybe one of the secondary guns. So far, doing okay. Oh, but the BC19-B10 Flotilla seems to have a better fire rate. See how that goes. Those shots landing on that Flotilla member there this time. And this one, oh, this one's taking a pretty good chunk of damage, but it has lost a gun. So far, doing just fine. Let's check on the Awellner now. It's taking some barrel damage, and it's lost some of the smaller secondary guns, and it looks like that gun was just knocked out by that hit right there. But otherwise, it seems to be doing fine. You know, it's splitting. Oh, that gun in the front just took a big hit. Lost a lot of gauge. You saw those barrels shrink. Now it's aiming forward. Not able to shoot. Oh, that's a pretty far distance. How far is that? It was right on the edge of range. Probably wasn't out of range for too long, if at all. Oh, the Awellner's guns are just starting to fall off. That is bad. That is bad news for the Awellner. It has probably lost a good chunk. Yeah, it's down to 82% because it's lost all those guns. Gun turrets tend to make up a lot of a ship's hit points. Oh, and that turret just took another big hit. I'm not sure it's even going to be able to fire. I'm not sure if it's going forward because it's disabled, or no, it was just turning around to get a shot off on the other target. I'm not sure. It's looking like that this one's going to go to the BC19-B10 Flotilla because there's just so much weapon damage on the Awellner right now. It only has 2 functional cannons, and the Flotilla's doing just fine. Still raining shell after shell after shell on it. And does the Awellner have... Oh, it does have multiple AI, so it must have 2 different target prioritization cards, and that's how it was splitting its DPS. Oh, and it just lost another turret. It's only got this one already damaged gun left. Yeah, that's pretty much the nail in the coffin for the Awellner. Oh, and it just seemed to have lost its engine power on top of that. Or it's acting like it doesn't have AI, but it has AI. Now none of the weapons are functional, and it's just getting bombarded. Oh, and there goes the last turret. That may even be it. Nope, it's not enough to make it too damaged and despawn, but it's dead in the water and has no functional weapons. That is it for the Awellner. This is an unofficial victory that is almost certainly going to become official here as soon as the BC19-B10s. Do they actually have the Scharnau and the Neisenhorst? Neisenhorst? I'm probably butchering it. I'm sorry. But as soon as they finish killing this thing here, it'll become official. I may go ahead and speed this bit up Just because, well, it's fun to watch the shells just rain in. Doing it for too long can be kind of boring. Or not, it's not going to take much longer, so I probably won't speed it up. We'll just watch the explosions and enjoy. That's probably it. I'm betting that's probably enough damage to finish it off. Just waiting for the despawn. And there it goes. The Awellner heavy cruiser is despawning. That is it for round 1, folks. So go ahead and get the entry spawned back in. That'll do it. The Awellner heavy cruiser. Get the camera out and round 2 start. Both entries settling into the water, getting their engines underway, their cannons aimed. The Awellner will probably get the first shot off with its secondaries, like last time. Yep, there they go. And the BC19-B10s answering with their primaries and landing some pretty good shots. Doesn't look like they did any real damage, though. Looks like the Flotilla member here also escaped unscathed. But yeah, that higher fire rate on a similar number of guns is definitely doing the BC19-B10s a favor. Another thing that's really helping them, I think, is actually the split DPS. If the Awellner was shooting at one target consistently with all of its guns, it would have a better chance of knocking out weaponry, which is what it really needs to do in order to win against a multi-target entry like this. Splitting its DPS, it doesn't have enough when it's split like that. It seems to have slowed down a bunch, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe it was just perspective. Maybe it looked like it was going slower. But it seems like it's moving slower to me right now. It's doing a good job of evading shots. And one of those... Oh, yeah, it's well out of range. And the Awellner is sailing away, but it's not exactly... It wasn't closing the gap. And see, the thing is, I can't start the Awellner's clock on that because it does have an enemy in range, so... The Awellner may have been sailing away, but... It was sailing away from the closer target, basically, I think. No, it seems to be firing on that back one, too, but they're coming around now. I think they're going to get back in range before the time limit's up, so it's, Yep, there we go. So it's all good. It's all good, as long as it doesn't happen again. Ooh, that looked like it may have been some good shots on that Flotilla ship right there. Whichever one this is. This is the Neisenhorst. Yeah, it's taken some hits, but because it's got a sizable deck and hull around the guns, when it does take hits, a lot of times it doesn't actually hit the guns. It's just like that. It took some damage, but the guns are still functional, which is the most important thing right now. Now both entries are turning away from each other and starting to sail away again. Let's hope they don't go out of range. Oh, jeez. So many explosions, and again, the Awellner has lost most of its weaponry. It only has 2 operational turrets in the front, and it looks like one of them is actually not operational anymore. Oh, and then that just took a big hit and popped straight off. So yeah, that's probably it for the Awellner, unless I can get that one damaged gun up here repaired. Because you can't win if you don't have any weapons. And this is basically going to be it for the Awellner. It is dead in the water, 56%, about to despawn any moment now. And you probably saw in the sped up part that I was checking the range on one of the BC19-B10 flotillas there. And it did go out of range, but it wasn't out for a whole minute. And even if it was, the other one would still have been around to finish it off. So it really doesn't matter. It was only out of range for like 35 seconds or so anyway, so. Not a huge deal. And that is probably going to be it. Well, it's 55%. Let's see if it... Is that a despawn? Yeah, it is. It is 2 damage and going to despawn, so... my condolences, Awellner. My condolences, Awellner, but your heavy cruiser has been defeated and sent down to the secondary bracket. But, you know, thankfully you're not eliminated from the tournament yet. You get to keep fighting on. You're not done. Congratulations, another chap, your BC10-B19 Flotilla. I think it's 1910. Yeah, I think. Has defeated its opponent. Oh, this one took some serious damage. Lost 2 of its guns. But it has defeated its opponent and will be moving on to round 4 of the Battleship Brawl tournament. Alright, that's it for this episode, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.